Good evening friends, you are most welcome to Thinkai's channel. Today we are going to discuss comparative ethnography block 3, in which we are going to discuss kinship, and our topic is how does the ethnography advance our understanding. This work shows that in unilateral descent groups, the gender category, which is theoretically supposed to be excluded, is not really excluded. Forbes shows that among the Talensi, women play an important role. Theoretical part of which the ethnography, American Kinship, a cultural account, is an example. David Schrinder's work shows that the corporate functions that kinship play among the Talensi are not found among the Americans, yet kinship plays a significant role in the lives of the people. Next is description of the ethnography. Intellectual context, the book examines kinship from a symbolic point of view. Fieldwork was carried out among Americans using standard tools of investigation, but being an American, Schrinder was able to bring in his own sides into the understanding of American kinship. Analysis of data, American kinship is quite different from that of the Talensi kinship. It is relatively highly differentiated, distinguished from other social institutions and relationships. There are no corporate activities among the kinsmen with reference to economy or polity or religion. A cultural system. It is a system of symbols. It consists a system of units or parts defined in certain ways which are related to one another in a particular way. These units are cultural constructs and have a reality of their own, and these units in their relationships to one another follow certain rules that determine social actions of individuals. Symbol, something which stands for something else or something else where there is no necessary or intrinsic relationship between the symbol and that which it symbolizes. Srinider, 1968. Relatives. For an American, a relative is a person who is related by blood or by marriage. The kinship terms can be divided into two groups, the basic terms and derivative terms. The derivative terms are made up of a basic term plus a modifier. For example, father is a basic term modified by in law, resulting in father in law. The other modifiers are step, in law, great, grand, ex, etc. The conception of a blood relative goes in biogenetic terms. A child derives one half of the biogenetic substance from one parent and the other half from the other parent. Therefore, the blood relationship between parents and children and among the siblings or among the blood relatives, nothing can really terminate or change the biological relationship that exists among them. Unlike blood, marriage is not a material thing in the sense as biogenetic substance. Marriage is natural, a state of affairs. It is terminable by death or divorce. The persons by marriage are relatives because they have the role of close relatives without being real or blood relatives. A foster child is taken care of as one's own child, though the other parents may be different. In this case, the natural and material basis for the relationships are absent, but the relationships follows a pattern for behavior, a code for conduct. However, a person who is related by blood is related by common biogenetic heredity, a natural substance, by a relationship, a pattern for behavior or a code for conduct, while the blood relationship follows the nature of order of things. The marriage follows the order of law. The latter is an imposition by society, rules, regulations, customs, and traditions. It is a law in a special sense. Family is a unit that contains a husband's wife and a child or children, and they are relatives in the sense that all the relatives are members of the family. In this cultural unit, sexual intercourse, act of procreation, is the symbol that provides distinctive features for the family and to the members of the family as a cultural unit. Living together also means a man and women live in a sexual intercourse. Children have their own families implies the same meaning. The family members consisting of husband, wife and children and living together is natural and therefore family is a natural unit. The family is formed according to the law of nature as is found in some animals, birds and even fish. But nature alone does not constitute the family. In addition, there is human regions which selects two orders of world of nature, that is the order of nature and the order of law. A blood relationship is involuntary. It is through birth, a matter of procreation, martial relation whereas marital relation is defined and created by the law of man. Differentiation of members. Nature distinguishes male and female by sexual organs. One gets sexual identity by physical features which such as hair for men. In addition, there are temperamental differences along with the sexual organs. While man is aggressive, possess great physical strength and stamina, whereas women is passive, has nurturing qualities which men lack. Sex roles also differentiate men and women. A man is a policeman, soldier, or a clerk, and a woman may be nurse, a school teacher, or a cook. The cultural constructs of father and mother are made not only out of sexual organs but because they are distinct. Father as janitor and mother as genetrix of the child. The members of a family are distinguished among themselves and together as a family also distinguishes itself from other family. Americans hold that family is responsible for the troubles such as poverty, crime, delinquency, drug addiction, and so on that it encounters. The family as a symbol is a pattern for how kinship relations should be conducted and it can be explicated from the opposition between home and work. Home is different from a house. Home is where one lives. A homemaker makes a house into a home, a place for everything and anything in its place. Work, like home, is both place and an activity. Different things are done at home and work towards different ends. There is interstitial area between home and work, the vacation where there is relaxation. There is another area of relationship where individual can be picked up as friends, unlike the blood relatives who cannot be chosen but born with them. The friends can be loyal, faithful, and helpful, and everything a relative can be. Relatives can also be relatives, as friends can be evaluated and dropped also. So, also the relatives. The symbols of American kinship consist of spiritual unity of husband and wife and unity of love among the members of the family. The sexual intercourse also stands for love, and love is a relation between persons but not between things. Love is freely and unselfishly given, and it is to be never forsaken, betrayed, or abandoned. This love can be translated as enduring diffuse solidarity for the well being of its members. Person as a relative. Just as family, the person is another major cultural unit in American kinship that is capable to act. A person may be a father, a policeman, judge, or a priest. The father is a person in the family as judge is a person in court. Different elements are blended together in the conceptualization of the person such as sex, age, job, ability to read, marriage and so on. A person is conceptualized as concrete and as abstract. The concrete one is a real one who should behave in accordance with some norms. Relatives are persons and the family is a group of persons. Family is conceived as a concrete group of persons and the concrete family has a counterpart, an abstract one. In abstract sense, one can say about family consisting of husband, wife and children, but in concrete sense one says my wife, my son John and so on. As blood relatives, persons are firstly to behave according to cognatic love rooted in sexual intercourse. Secondly, relatives should behave towards each other in enduring diffuse solidarity. A person is counted relative in the kinship domain if only a substantive element is present, then if there is only code for conduct lacking of any of elements may not be counted as a relative. With both the elements present, that person is most likely to be counted as a relative. Distance and closeness also matter in terms of two persons who share common biogenetic substance. The closeness is only a first measure, but this is modified with the code for conduct. Even if there is no substantive element, the distance depends on the code for conduct. The distant relatives are termed as shirt-tail relatives or cake and wedding relatives or kiss in kin or kiss in cousins who lack code of conduct. Relative in law and by marriage. There are two classes of relatives by marriage. The first is ego's own husband or wife. The second class consists of the mother, father, brother, and sister of ego's own spouse, along with the spouses of ego's brother, sister, son, and or daughter. All of these take the derivative terms and the in-law modifier. Sometimes in-law is used for anyone in any way connected by any marriage. Also, it is used as collective designation for anyone in any way connected through one's own spouse. There is ambiguity in the way relatives are traced by marriage. A son's wife and a daughter's husband are daughter-in-law or son-in-law, but an uncle's wife is not an aunt for some. An aunt can be only father's sister or mother's brother's wife. Again, if uncle's wife is an aunt for some, why there is no kin term for cousin's wife who is also related by marriage but considered as a non-relative. Death, divorce and remarriage raise a special problem to understand American kinship. A step-parent, if remarries, there is ambiguity to connect the children of the step-parents from the next marriage or step-parent's spouse also. The relatives by marriage are in relationship of kinship due to code for conduct. There is no substantive basis. These relatives choose to follow that code for conduct rather than some other code. In this context, it is necessary to note that relationship is also a matter of consent. That is, it is voluntary undertaken and voluntary maintained. As regards to the meaning and association of the concepts in law and by marriage in their use in kinship domain referring to those related by marriage is not clear. It is explained in terms of the symbol of coitus. Before offering the explanation, it is to be noted that only certain kinship terms are modified with in-law like mother-in-law and brother-in-law. But there is no kinship term for cousin's spouse or siblings spouses sibling. Siblings spouses siblings, though one is related by marriage. Here it is not clear as why there is this kind of difference when the relatives belong to the same category. The explanation is as follows. The universe of kinship is divided into two parts, nature and that of law. Nature conforms Nature conforms to the law of nature, and therefore law is its widest meaning refers to order, regularity and obedience to rules. But nature in the inheritance of blood follows the nature as given substance which is opposed by in law, which is made and imposed upon mankind and man's nature. Here law is restricted to custom, tradition, the more and the ways of man as against any other way. This order of human reasons is within the domain of kinship. It is in this sense that relatives are connected by this law of regularity imposed by the human reasons in marriage. The normative construct of relative by marriage or in law as a person has the stipulation that lacking a natural or substantive component, it consists of a particular code for conduct alone. It is voluntary in that it is up to each party to enter into it, maintain it, or opt out of it, unlike the blood relationship. It is the kind of relationship by marriage, not because each of the two parties to it is married to each other, but because it is that specific kind of relationship. Kinship terms. It is also important to note that the American kinship there are far more kinship terms and terms for kinsman than there are kinds of kinsmen or categories of kinsmen. For example, mother may be called mother, mom, ma, mummy, mama, and so on. Similarly, father may be called father, pop, pa, dad, daddy, and so on. In several instances, father in law and mother in law are called pop and mom. There is variation in use of kinship terms with regards to who is spoken to and who is being spoken about. In some cases, ma and mom are less likely to be used by daughters than by sons, and that mother is more acceptable to daughter than to sons. The father term father has formality and authority and respect implication which mother does not share. In case of relatives by marriage or in law, there are no kinship terms in some instances, as in case of cousin's spouse, though the relationship is recognized. It depends on the consideration if one is a relative or not. When considered as a relative, appropriate term is used. Uncle's wife may be considered a relative, and if so called as aunt. If not, she is only uncle's wife. In case of step and other foster relatives, derivatives of kinship terms are used as step aunt, a stepfather's sister, a step cousin, mother's brother's stepson, etc. Kinship terms are applied to persons who are not kinsmen or relatives as mother superior in a convent or father for a priest in order to indicate their role. When this happens, the term is specifically modified to make this clear to the listener. Kinship term is not an object by itself, it invokes certain role. The kinship terms have one of their many meanings of the biogenetic relationship or the code for the conduct of kinship. The uncle's wife and the aunt's husband are called aunt and uncle only means that some kind of a kinship role is invoked for them. Conclusion. David Schindler's work is a cultural account of kinship. Generally, kinship has been studied in small scale societies, as it was believed that it is the principle of social organization in these societies. Modern societies were believed to be free from kinship, Schneider's work shows the importance of kinship in American society. How does the ethnography advance our understanding? The, the ethnography familiarizes us with the cultural aspect of kinship. Comparison. It is clear from the above description that kinship relationship play significant role but in different ways in the ordering of social life. Among the Talensi, the kinship relation is such irre- an irreducible principle that it organizes all activities related to food production, consumption, other material goods, reproduction, rearing of children, so on, besides bestowing rights, privileges, and assigning duties, agnetic and cognitive elements based on descent and sentiments respectively that constitute the domain of kinship complement each other. The genealogical and kinship relations are so extensive that no individual, either alive or dead, or an event does not fall outside the orbit of the kinship. The submergence of the individual's interest in those of the corporate unit is quite obvious among the Talensi. American kinship is not a matter of corporate groups, it is person centered system. It follows the natural principles of animate world. It is a system of symbols expressed in sexual intercourse, inheritance of biogenetic substance, and human reasoning following certain code for conduct. Thus, it belongs to both the spheres of nature and culture. Relatives are defined by their biological interrelationships and appropriate behavior, and those related by marriage are counted on the basis of code for conduct. Individuals' interest order the domain of kinship. Summary at the last. Though a silent feature in any society, it is difficult to achieve an analytical, universal, and adequate definition of kinship and its nature, given the diverse practices that are found. The compete the competing descent, alliance, and cultural theories are different ways to approach the subject, yet they are inadequate as the massive data gathered so far indicate. The studies on kinship, though loom less large these days, the key concepts such as selfhood, agency, gender, childhood, personhood, rights, and construction of social categories that emerges from the study of kinship figures in several other contexts. Feminist anthropology can easily be traced to the cross-cultural studies of the kinship. Similarly, the Marxist anthropology owes a great deal to kinship studies. Presently, anthropologists are looking at the social relationships and kinship terminologies more than biological or jural. Instead, they are concerned with the quality of these relationships embedded in power and processual action and gendering of bodies into social adulthood in the ordering of the social world. References are Forts Mayor 1949, The Web of Kinship Among the Talensi, London International African Institute. Holy L 1985, Fire, Meat and Children, The Bertie Myth, Male Dominance and Female Power. In J. Overing, Regions and Morality, London and New York, Tavistock's publication. Schneider, David M. 1968, American Kinship, A Cultural Account, Chicago University Press. Suggested reading: Forts Mayor 1949, The Web of Kinship Among the Talensi, London International African Institute. Schneider, David M. 1968, American Kinship, A Cultural Account, Chicago University Press. Sample question: explicate the nature of kinship from the above ethnographies. What are the basic premises on which kinship operates? What are the functions of kinship? How the agnetic and cognitive elements operate in these two societies? Thank you very much.